Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Ari Nurul Ma'rifah. I will present our scientific article. The title is Increasing Learning Outcome and Activity of Class 5 Student of PT SD Negeri Binangun 1 through the implementation of problem-based learning on factor numbers for the academic year 2022 and 2023. The scientific article designed by Ari Nurul Ma'rifah and Miss Ciptaningsih. The first, Miss Ciptaningsih will present the introduction. Okay, please, Miss Ciptaningsih, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Miss Arin. I will present about introduction. The first, learning math can train students skill solve problem. Learning mathematics can train students skill to solve various problems scientifically. Thus, the mindset of students become more rational. But in general, mathematics considered scary subject and difficult to understand. And then, concept in mathematics that are abstract make elementary school students not understand. Elementary school students whose cognitive development stages think concretely add to the difficulty in learning mathematics, including fraction. Finally, learning outcome that are less than optimal. In this fraction material, it caused by many factors. One of them is instructional model. And then the PPL model, it's hope that it can improve student learning outcomes and activities. Okay, the formulation of the problem in this study is how to improve the learning outcomes and activities of 5th grade student at SD Negeri Binangun 1, the problem-based learning or PBL on the material of fraction in the 2022 and 2023 academic year. Okay, and then research method. Research design. The research was conducted with a classroom action research or CAR design. And research subject. The subject in this study were students of class 5 UPT SD Negeri Binangun 1, Blitar Regency for the academic year 2022 and 2023, totaling 23 students with detail of 12 female students and 11 male students. Okay, now research method, data and data collection techniques. The types of data obtained in this study are quantitative and qualitative data. Quantitative data in this study is in the form of student learning outcomes data on fractional material obtained from formative tests or carried out in cycle 1 and 2. Qualitative data in this study is in the form of observational data on student learning activities and teachers' performance by using observation sheet in the implementation of learning in cycle 1 and 2. Each cycle consists of 2 meetings, each meeting for 2 hours of lesson. So the time allocation needed for each cycle is for time 35 minutes. Okay, next. Data collection techniques. Data collection techniques in this study were carried out with test and non-test techniques. The test techniques is used to determine student learning outcomes and the percentage of complete classical learning, namely with formative tests which are carried out at the end of each cycle 1 and 2. Non-test techniques is done by observation and documentation. Okay, data collection tool. Data collection tools used to collect data in this study are test and non-test tools. The test tool is in the form of formative test questions, which are carried out at the end of the first cycle with fractional number material and the second cycle of fractional reduction material. Non-test tools are used to obtain data on student learning activities and teacher performance in learning with the PBL model. Okay, now result learning outcomes. Please, Miss Arin, we continue this presentation.
Okay, the result of article. A. Learning outcome. Table 1 and Figure 1 are comparison of improving learning outcome from pre-cycle, first cycle, and the second cycle. Observing Table 1 and Figure 1 below, it shows an increase in learning outcome. Comparison of student learning outcome that have been completed from pre-cycle to cycle 1 has increased by 34.7%, while from cycle 1 to cycle 2 has increased by 47.9%. Table 2 and Figure 2 below show that average result, the highest value and the lowest value for learning each cycle. Figure 2 average value, highest value and lowest value of each cycle. Analysis of Table 2 show that the pre-cycle student learning outcome have a minimum score of 20 and the highest score is of 70. In cycle 1, the minimum score is 40 and the highest score is 80. In the second cycle, the minimum score is 50 while the highest score is 100. Based on the observations of each cycle, data obtained from pre-cycle cycle 1, student learning activity individuality increased by 30.5%. From the cycle 1 to cycle 2, there is one increase 39.2%. B. Learning activity. The table 3 and Figure 3 show the learning activity of each cycle. The learning process that occurs in learning can actually make student experience change in behavior as the result of learning. The learning outcomes are marked by student understanding of fractional number material for the better. Through the PBL model, students better understand fraction because the knowledge they gain is not only in the form of formal mathematics but is related of students' daily life. Conclusion: the PBL model can improve student learning outcome and learning activity for 5th grade student of UPT SD Negeri Binangun 1 Blitar Regency in the matter of fraction. The increase was shown by an increase in student learning outcome, namely in the first cycle, the average value of student learning outcome reached 61.3 and the percentage of classical learning completion was 70.59%, while in the second cycle the average value increased to 84.31 and the percentage of complete classical learning is 43.4%. Number 2, the increase in student learning activity is seen from the involvement of student is learning. Student involvement is learning. Cycle 1 reached 47.8% average and increase in cycle 2 80.0%. This is very high. I think it's enough for me. Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry, Miss Cipta, you can say something?
Okay, Miss Arin, I think we have finished the task presentation from Miss Shirly and Miss Rara. We are sorry, Miss, because my English is not good yet. I am happy to meet Miss Arin in virtual room. I hope so to meet again in a better situation. Thank you, Miss Arin. Thank you, Miss Rara and Miss Shirley and everyone. Okay, dadah.
I think it's enough. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.